Erica Serwin here from Pink Buckaroo Designs, and I've got one more back to school project for you this year. I found lots of cute back to school treats, and I got 3 of them done last week on Facebook Friday, and this was one more that I couldn't resist, and I had to show you. This little box kind of opens. It reminds me of a lunch box where you open it like that, and guess what's inside? These adorable alphabet cupcakes or little snack cakes. So let's show you again how I did that. A kind of a figure 8 here with my twine. Isn't that adorable? These back to school treat cakes look like this. They're from Little Debbie. I got them at Target, but don't worry. Go to littledebbie.com and click on the snack finder up in the right corner, and you can find a store in your area that will have these. All right, well, let me show you how to make the box first. You're going to need a piece of real red that measures 10.5 by 7.5. Now you're going to need your Simply Scored. We're going to do lots of scoring. We're going to do 1 1/4, 6 1/4, and 7.5. And then we're going to turn it on the shorter side and score it at 1/2 inch, 1 3/4, 4, and 5 1/4. Now I'll have all these measurements over on my blog, so make sure if you're watching on YouTube to click on the link and hop back over there. Now we're going to stamp the alphabet on it, but before we do that, we're going to trim out the things that we don't need. Up here at the top, we're only going to leave this little piece right here. This is the largest rectangle. There's 2, but it's the one in the middle. All right, so I'm going to come over here with my scissors and cut off the first 2 sections. And then I'm going to cut off the other 2 sections on the other side. There we go. Now we're going to do the rest of the cutting in a minute, but let's go ahead and do the stamping first. We need to think about what is the front of our box. This is the back side, and this is the front. Now we definitely want to stamp the alphabet all over, but these tabs here, we don't need to worry too much about. This is going to be the fold over front parts. We definitely want some letters on that. So I'm going to use the lined alphabet set, and I'm just going to do A, B, and C to just kind of keep it simple. I'm going to use real red ink, and I'm just going to kind of randomly stamp the A in different directions. Turn this over here like that. Oh, let's get one on the side here. All right, now I need to clean my stamp, so I'm going to use my Simply Chamois, and clean that off really good because that red ink will get all over you. So put that, and let's do B in the same way we did. Let's see, I'm going to turn in this way because this is going to fold down. And do these like this. You could really get crazy and do all the letters of the alphabet if you want. But I decided to just kind of keep it simple and do the first 3 letters, A, B, and C. All right, and last is our C. So there's 1, and they can just be floating around. They don't all have to be perfectly aligned. Whoops, I just stuck my hand in that real red. That's going to be beautiful. All right, 1 more, I think, there. All right, I think that's good. So let's put the rest of my alphabet away and set that aside, and let's finish putting our box together. Now we're going to cut up these lines here on the bottom. This is the bottom of our box. We're going to fold all these in. And right here, this little skinny guy, we don't need him. We're going to cut him off. All right, now the same thing over here. Cut in all these lines. And this one right here, we're going to cut that one off too. And this is the long skinny tab that's going to go behind the opposite end. So let's cut it at an angle just to make it a little bit easier. Now when we fold in our box up at the top, it's going to be like this. We don't need all these tabs here. I did like to keep the side ones to keep the top smooth, but this one right here See that? Let's cut that off too. We don't need that one. All right. Now, this is a great project for your tear and tape. So get out your tear and tape and put it along this long, skinny tab, like that. And if you have scored all of your pieces correctly, you can actually fold that in, and it'll line up perfectly. See that? All right, now we're gonna fold in the bottoms. And I always like to fold this tab in last. It creates a smooth edge there. So first I'm gonna lay these guys down in there. And I'm gonna put adhesive right here. The first time I did this, I put the adhesive on the wrong tabs. So I like to kind of put the box together as I go so that I know exactly which tab I need to put my adhesive on. All right, so fold that up. And now we'll put that adhesive here. This will create a strong box that we don't need to worry about falling apart when we send it to school. All right, so there we have it. And these guys will fold in. This will fold in and fold over. So cute. Now before we put the cake in, we're gonna do some things to this lid right here. I'm gonna take, this is a piece of the Real Red Designer Series paper from the Brights, nope, not Brights anymore, the Regal stack, and it measures 2 1/4 by 1. And I'm gonna put some adhesive right on the top edge and slide it right behind so we have a little bit of a pattern there. Now we're going to use some brads. We have brads in our catalog now. Here they are. I'm going to use, it doesn't matter if you use the silver, the copper, or the gold. I'm going to use the copper. And these, it's a variety when you buy them. These look like little buttons. I thought that was cute. But this time I'm going to use the solid ones. And I want to look to see exactly where I'm going to poke the hole. So I'm going to poke a hole here. And then I'm going to poke, let's see, I need the other hole down here. All right, so I could put one brad in like that. Now this other brad's going to be tricky because we're going to have to reach our hands way down in there. So to do that, the thing that I recommend is opening your brad a little bit before you put it in. That way it's going to already be popped open a little bit. And you're going to reach down there. And if it's hard to reach, you can actually take your piercer, paper piercer, or your scissors and spread those apart. All right, I think we're ready to put our little cookies in. Not cookies, snack cakes. Let's see, make sure they fit beautifully. So fold that in, fold that over, and now we're just gonna take a small piece of twine and we're gonna start on one. You can start on the top or the bottom. You just wanna get it to go around a couple of times. And then you're going to do that figure 8. Now you'll notice I designed this box a little bit differently. I wanted my sentiment at the top. So when I originally did it, I made this shorter and I had this at the bottom, but I wanted it at the top. So I made my lid a little bit longer. Now let's make that tag. If you saw my project on Facebook Friday, we used this Picked For You. It's a three-step stamp where you do 1, 2, and 3, and it gives kind of a dimensional. You actually don't have to get that complicated with your stamps. I'm going to use the number 1 only and just put it right there on the edge, and then take my stem, and once I add the stem, you'll know that that's an apple, like that. See, you can tell that's an apple. Oops, we have an oops. That's all right. We're going to stamp the sentiment, and hopefully that'll go away. You're the best. Let's stamp that right over our little oops. There we go. I think it's all right. You could restamp if you wanted, but for the video, we're just going to stick with it. All right, so let's put some adhesive on the back. This piece measures, you guys, 2 1/4 by 1 1/4. And I'm going to put it right there at the top. Yep, I think I like that better. Top or bottom? All right, now you can also see I stamped the apple higher last time. See how you can see more of the apple? So it just depends on how much you want. And you, of course, could do the 3 layers if you wanted to make sure that it was fuller. I love it. I think it's so cute. All right, you guys, let me know what you think. If you have any questions, please email me, and make sure you click on that link to head over to my blog to get all the dimensions and the supplies. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great day. Happy back to school.